Literally never missed a day. Latest report from Brian Lewis of the New York Post says Kyrie actually wants to stay in Brooklyn with or without Kevin Durant. He's such a good friend. He's really loyal. Broussard, how surprised would you be if Kyrie actually plays for the Nets next season?
Not surprised at all. At all.
Really?
The only way the Nets should be adamant about trading Kyrie Irving is if Kevin Durant comes to them or has come to them already and said him or me. That's my boy. I love him. We hang out. We going to be in L.A. playing ball this summer. But I can't rock with him anymore. He's not reliable. Unless Kevin Durant said that, then why are you trading Kyrie? And even if Kevin Durant said, I don't think KD would say that, in part because what's the only reasonable replacement for Kyrie appears to be, or possible replacement, Russell Westbrook. He's been there and done that. So I don't think KD is Kyrie or me. So then they shouldn't be adamant about trading him. And that's why you've seen the reports that they're going to wait to see what they do with KD before getting to the Kyrie situation. Because KD, when I first heard the KD news that he requested a trade, one of my first thoughts, Nick, was, oh, well, then you need to trade Kyrie. Because why would you put up with all that madness if you don't have KD and really not going to even come close to winning a championship anymore? But if you keep KD and the only replacement for Kyrie is Russ, then keep Kyrie. And here's here's the facts. Kyrie signed on to, here are the facts. Kyrie signed on to play in Brooklyn next season. Kyrie has not requested a trade.
Wait.
Kyrie loves living in Brooklyn or in New Jersey where he grew up, literally in the town he grew up in, and he loves having his family at the home games. Those are the facts. What we got is anonymous sources that clearly are using the media because you got all types of reports that contradict each other. We got anonymous sources saying Kyrie wants to play with LeBron again. That's it. But the tangible facts are that what I just said. He has not requested a trade. He's not demanding out.
Hold on. Is
there the fact that he's requested a trade?
Did I dream the 2 weeks of here are the 6 teams I would like to be traded to? Can you please work out a sign and trade?
Since he signed the deal. Did he sign with the intention of leaving? Yes, since he opted in. He opted in after all that.
Yes.
Really? The league will frown on that. The league will frown on that. If Zion Williamson signed in New Orleans all right.
Bro, it's not the Zion situation where it's 5 years.
No, it is.
It's 1 year.
It's the principle.
Okay.
Right. The league will be fine with that.
I don't know what the principle's going to get you. What do you mean the league will be fine with that? What are we talking about? Yeah, that Adam Silver's going to have a
so he can get the extra $30 million, and then the next collective bargaining agreement.
Okay. Kyrie Irving's real worried about the repercussions of the next collective bargaining agreement. Let me tell you on the list of Kyrie Irving priorities. The people. Well, he should be. Okay.
He's a voice of the voiceless. That's the next generation of hoopers.
Please. I am still coming to grips with the fact that the political world has entered a post-truth era where it's like things can happen, we can all see them happen, and then within weeks we'll be like, I don't know if that happened. Can that please not happen to sports? Where all of a sudden, someone is whispering in Brian Lewis's ear in Kyrie's camp, Kyrie? What made anyone ever say Kyrie didn't want to be a Net? And they print it like it's real. What made anyone say Kyrie Irving didn't want to be a Net? I don't know. The fact that there was a list of teams he wanted to be traded to. The fact that Kevin Durant clearly wants out. What are we talking about? And I want to make this also very clear. We are now, again, in a spot where Bruce seems to be what's the word? Advocating for the Nets to run it back. Like, hey, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Can you imagine what a duo that is? Okay, all right. They won 0 playoff games this year. 0. Oh, they're going to add Ben Simmons, T.J. Warren, and Royce O'Neal. That triumvirate is worth 16 additional playoff wins. 16. T.J. Warren, Royce O'Neal, and Ben Simmons wouldn't be the favorites in the big 3, but they're going to be the difference for the Nets to win a title. Give me a break. What does anyone, Wilds, do you think Kyrie Irving wants to be a Net?
Yeah. Well, look, I understand the confusion amongst the panel. In the same week, Kyrie was on the red carpet and was asked, does he want to be a Net? And he deferred and said, And then I think shortly thereafter, he tweeted, I'm opting in. People who are different change the world. See you in the fall. Now, I'm a simple guy. We say, see you in the fall. I'm like, okay, I will see you in the fall. Like, if I didn't see you guys, I'll say, see you in the fall. And once the leaves started to change,
Laker games
I'd be like, hey,
on
guys,
TV too.
how are you? Good to see you. It's the fall.
You can see
I just
him in
want
LA.
something simple, Jenna. I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy.
It's the fall.
All I want is for Kyrie to just tell us if he wants to stay or not. Like, if you go out to dinner with Kyrie, like, Kyrie, what would you like for dinner? He's like, inner peace. I'm like, dude, that's just not, do you want salad or not, man? So just tell us. Just plain and simple. Just like, I'd like to be with the Nets. I thought see you in the fall meant he was. So I'm simple,
That's a
Jenna.
good point. Brew, why hasn't he done that?
But
we know why you get fined.
He said,
you get
see you
fined
in the
for
fall.
a player requesting a trade. Hold on. Wait a moment. Answer that. That's a good point. Because we know why he wouldn't tweet trade me. Because players aren't supposed to do that and they do get fined for it. It's not just a frown or a furrowed brow or consternation from Adam Silver. It's money out of your pocket. Why would Kyrie not tweet out, I want to be a Net? I opted in to play for the Nets. I want to be a Net. Why would he not do that?
Well, because honestly, I think he likes playing around with the media. I think he loves all this confusion. I really do. I really do. And my point is this, Nick, and you have to admit it. I know what went on before he signed the opt-in, but when he opted in, since he's opted in, he has not requested a trade. If Baker Mayfield doesn't win that competition, would I be dumbfounded? No, I wouldn't. Because I'm not gonna. Baker Mayfield hasn't been that good. Why? What's he done? Here's the other thing, guys. Intangibles. All right? I personally like Baker Mayfield's spunk and his confidence and his intensity, but do his teammates? I mean, who came to bat for Baker, even anonymously, when OBS, Odell Beckham Sr., just went off on him with the viral video? Anyone? Who came out when Baker was embarrassed by the franchise? What teammates came out and supported him after the Deshaun Watson trade or after his surgery even? We saw one anonymous quote. That's it. So the intangibles are another part of this equation, Wiles. So, yeah, I think Baker's better, but I am fully 100% on board with an open competition and may the best man win.
I would just like to add one point, because one of the things Bruce said, Wilds, which has just become canon, is that Baker Mayfield walked into this amazing situation, had all this talent, and Darnold, by the way, he had the Jets and then he had the Panthers. The Cleveland Browns were coming off an 0-16 season when Baker got there, and the year before they were 1-15. So for all the talent that they had, somehow they had won one game in 2 years before Baker got there. This isn't James Worthy getting drafted to the Lakers with Magic and Kareem. It's like, they were the laughingstock franchise of the NFL when Baker got there. And while he was there, they had 4 coaches and 4 offensive coordinators. They just were. Now, did they acquire some talent? Yes, but they were.
The rest of the stuff, some talent, great receivers, great running backs, great offensive line. So come on, let's be fair. Okay. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Wilds.
All right, Broussard, this is why I don't think it's a open competition. I'll tell you, I'll put a scenario out there for you. Suppose you and I were going to go out to dinner, okay? You say, Wilds, where should we go? Should we go to the place that we went to last time, right in the city, nice and easy for us? I say, no, Broussard. I'm going to take you to my favorite little New England shanty, little coastal New England. It specializes in seafood. You will love it. I don't want to go to the steakhouse we normally go to. Let's go to this seaside shanty. And we go, and we drive up there. We got to do all this different stuff. It's a little bit of a pain. And when we sit down and I'm ready to place my order, I look at the waiter and I say, you know what? I'm going to have the steak. You're right, Broussard. We should have gone back to the steakhouse. You're like, what are we doing? Why are we even here? That's Baker. If you're going to go through this long, drawn-out thing with Baker, are we going to get him? Are we not? How much are we going to trade for him? How much are we going to do a $5 million hit to the cap? And then just not to follow through on it? Just to go back to the same old Darnold, who you proved you didn't believe in when you benched him not once but twice? He's gotten hurt. He had a concussion injury, he had a shoulder injury, he got benched previous to that. They brought him back early for the Patriots. They're like, we shouldn't have brought him. Lost there. They need to just turn the page. And I think by starting Baker, if they wanted to stay with Darnold, they wouldn't have brought Baker in. They would have just gotten a plain old, boring, traditional backup quarterback.
That's correct.
So that's why I think it's, even if he loses the competition,
gave up
they're going to be like, you know what, give Baker a shot.
No, Wiles, they gave up a 5th-round pick for him, a 4th-rounder at best. He had to take a $3.5 million pay cut for them to decide to do it. They gave up more for Darnold. They're paying Darnold more. And if Darnold outplays him in training camp, you can't put Baker out there when the other players saw that Darnold was better. You'll lose the whole locker room. You got to play which quarterback is best. I think it'll be Baker. I'm with you guys on that, but I'm not with you on just, give it to Baker. He's been so great.
To him.
I know he was the first quarterback in your guys' eyes to ever play through injury last year, and God bless him.
Okay.
All right? But I'm not making that excuse for him like you guys.
He was the first quarterback
Come on.
to win a playoff game for the Browns in my lifetime almost. But just to be clear, one clarification on Wild's fun analogy. Sam Darnold is not a steakhouse. He is a Jack in the Box that was shut down by the health department. So let's just be clear. He's not more